And now we're going to talk about a very important vulnerability in the web world, regardless of your underlying platform, and that is cross-site scripting. Cross-site scripting involves executing JavaScript when you least expect it, so taking user input and that user input containing some kind of script that ends up getting either back to them, getting reflected as a JavaScript that's running, even though it wasn't meant to, or some JavaScript that gets saved perhaps in a post of theirs that then runs on a particular website when that user's post shows up for other users. So in either case, very often the intention is malicious. Sometimes people just try just to see if they can, but a lot of times there's more malicious click jacking or information jacking that's going on. And so what we are going to look at is, of course, first of all, since we're doing cross-site scripting, the disabling of Chrome's protection for XSS, because we want to actually see it running. So we're going to close all of our there we go. So now we should have one that, and we are going to do, let's see, oops, we need to start back our server actually, so I'm going to do this in another window. And there's our server coming up. Let's go back. We need both the server and Chrome to be running. And we need to get into cross-site scripting. And here we go. This is just some text box. And usually it'll just display the text. And then here we want to make sure that we have our ability to add some scripts, right? Hey. And look at that, it actually runs the script. So we have a vulnerability, and that is because if you look at the code, all it's doing is it's just printing whatever it takes in. There is no sanitization. So now we're going to look at how we can take that and remediate it. So we were looking at how to make our content safe from doing script evaluation, even if somebody entered some JavaScript content into their post. So we are going to do that with this special method that exists in PHP. It takes the string as input, and what it does is it will escape and encode it so that we are safe from this sort of attack. So let's take a look at how that looks. So somebody is entering a script and they're trying to do the alert again, and you see it just gets rendered as the original text but does not get evaluated, and that is because see, it's now escaped and it has become a string instead of live JavaScript code. And that is the kind of solution you'll find in a lot of languages, and it's just a good idea to always be escaping your HTML when you take it in from a user and then you render it to either them or to other users through your application. So basically, whenever you have any kind of content posting with the possibility for HTML or HTML related items to be in there. So now I'm going to once again shut down the browser, and we are going to start it back up as XSS unfriendly. And so if you look at localhost and then you look again at the cross-site scripting that we have there, and we even take this out, you'll see, hold on, make sure that it's running. Yep, so the page isn't working anymore because it's now blocked by this. And so Chrome is protecting you by default, but just in case you're using a different browser that might not be, and your users might also definitely be using other browsers, you can never control what browsers other users want to use. That's why adding escaping like this to your HTML input is important.